Hi everybody, welcome to EduTap, and I also want to welcome all of you to the ARD Current Affairs series going on for the NABARD Grade A 2026 examination. And the news that we are going to cover today are these four one. First of all, we are going to look at that one of India's company. It has become like first in India to receive a certification. This certification helps with having more credibility with the supply chain of wheat and paddy. Okay, so it's a good thing because in this manner, first of all, the international market exposure it will get to the ITC, and along with that, the FPOs that it is involved with, the people, the farmers or the farmers produce organization with from where the ITC is procuring the wheats and paddy grains. Even that would those FPOs will have that credibility, and they would have better market rates and realization because of this. So it's a good news. Second is India's textile export has grown recently by 2.1%. So we are looking at significant growth in the textile sector. Then India targets cocoa self-sufficiency by 2040. Currently, we are heavily dependent on the imports. So the focus is now in a phase-wise manner that by 2040 we are going to become self-sufficient in that. And finally, India's sea export hit the record high. And so what are the major export destinations that we have? Along with that, which is the product that is sold the most? All these things we are going to look at in the fourth news, right? So these are going to be the list of the news that we're going to look at. Starting off with the first one, ITC, it has become first company in India to receive this certification. What is the name of certification? Farm Sustainability Assessment. Basically, this particular certification is given by Sustainable Agriculture Initiative. This is a platform where many industries they have come together for the sake of better technology, as well as having better quality in the industrial sector. Okay, so for that, a lot of organization, जैसे for example your Nestle is part of this organization. Along with that, जो हमारी other जैसे industries हैं, they all have come together, and and this particular certification, Farm Sustainable Assessment Certification, is developed by the Sustainable Agriculture Initiative. And what is the aim? Again, the aim is to have to have a sustainable, traceable sourcing of whatever the products have been procured and of the supply chain, because from any country the foods are a lot of these products are exported, right? So during the export time period, whatever supply chain is being used, right, if it is following the global standard or not, this is what the certification implies. So ITC has gotten this certification, so this has given credibility that whatever the foreign now the foreign countries, right, if they want to import from ITC, they would have more belief and trust in ITC because of this certification. Okay, highlighting its adoption of globally recognized sustainable farming practices. And this also shows this certification does not track of the supply chain, but it also includes that whatever farming practices are being done, from where these wheat and paddy they have been they have been procured. All these are what? All these are following the sustainable farming practices. Okay, this certification enhances credibility for global buyers. Now, anybody who would buy and would know that this certification is has with the company, they would be more assured. Okay, especially in regions like European Union. Okay, and then apart from that, in ये तो normal चीज़ है कि this initiative have covered how much of area. ठीक है, the program promotes better yield, improved price realization and stock market linkage, that we have already understood. And because this certification also means that sustainable farming practices are followed, therefore environmentally if we look at it, so soil health improvement and reduction in emission is also one of the major component of having this certification. All right, so one hand, what's happening? On one hand, there is credibility of the company who has the certificate, and on the other hand, this company is also promoting sustainable farming practices from wherever they are buying. Okay, ITC implemented around 30 policies and guidelines about soil health, because we are talking about sustainable farming, right? So we are talking about soil health, nutrient management, biodiversity, water use, emission and farm management, everything. Okay, and sustainable practices, not only this. See, this news was just one liner that ITC has become the first company to have the Farm sustainable assessment certification. That is one thing. But now understanding what other things are involved, like what is sustainable farming, right? So in that we can understand that sustainable farming is talking about having soil health updates, right? Having good soil health. We are talking about the less emission, the less input usage of water, fertilizer, and fuel. We are not only that, but we are also talking about direct seeded rice. Why? Because rice cultivation otherwise requires a lot of water. But if they are directly seeded into the ground, basically what happens, rice first they are grown in nursery, then they are transplanted, seedlings are transplanted into the main field, and it requires a lot of water usage, right? So direct seeded rice is a way of water conservation. Zero tillage. In zero tillage, usually in tillage what happens, the previous crop is first uprooted, everything, the field is cleared, and then the new crop is then sown in the field, right? But now what happens in zero tillage, this practice is not followed. Why? Because first of all, if you clear whole land, right, the soil erosion, it becomes easier, and because of the continuous tillage, the quality of the soil texture, it degrades, right? So now in zero tillage, what happens, the ground is not tilled, whatever the previous standing crop was there, it is kept there only, just a line where you have to sow the new seeds, okay? They are sown. Now you must be thinking, ma'am, then won't the particular field be crowded because of the old crops that are there? So you need to understand that all crops, they have their certain life cycle. They have a 6 month cycle, right? Then the new crop, then they die, right? So if you don't uproot the previous crop, it is not going to hamper. In fact, it is going to help the field. How? Because when these crop their cycle, it would get complete and they would die, they would get decomposed and act as a natural, they would act as a manure into the field, right? And also because of this, the soil erosion does not take place. So zero tillage ko promote karna, drone spraying, humans are not in direct contact with the chemicals, so it's a good thing. Micro irrigation to save the water. So in micro irrigation, में two important types that we have is drip irrigation, where in the root system pipelines are embedded and their holes are there in the pipe, and from there the water it seeps, okay? And second one is sprinkle irrigation, where in the form of mimicking the rain or acting like rain, the water is provided. Soil test based nutrient application, only providing those kind of nutrients into the soil which are actually required, okay? And integrated nutrient management, not just following the chemical ways of having nutrient addition into the soil, but biological method as well, and climate resilient varieties which can withstand the climatic condition of that area. So all these things, sustainable practices are promoted, and this initiative use this particular application, okay, which has a full form, meta market for advanced agriculture and rural services. And basically it's a phygital means physical, and digital means digital is from digital. So basically this is a digital platform where whatever advisories, whatever sort of you want, quality inputs, market linkage, whatever you want, everything is at one place, okay? So this system ensures end-to-end traceability and geofencing and voluming accounting system. So that was the first news. Now coming to the second news, India's textile sector has seen a record growth of 2.1, not record growth, but it has, yes, recorded export of 2.1% growth in the financial year 25-26, okay? So that's a good thing. Around like 8 million around increase देखा गया है. And among this, see, among the textile import export that has happened, textile मतलब कपड़े basically, right? So in this textile export that has happened, ready-made garments, they remain the largest contributor. So what is the largest exported textile from India? That is your ready-made garments, okay? Man-made textile, around 3.6% growth has been observed, okay? Cotton yarn, fabric and handloom products has also increased with 0.4% of growth in the terms of export. Among these segment, handicraft, okay, excluding the carpets, have registered the highest growth. Please keep in mind the largest sold or exported textile is ready-made garment, but if you look at the growth, because it has always been the largest contributor, right? So that is why the growth, like from previous year, the growth might not be that much, right? 2.9%, okay? It means what? For example, if last year 100 clothes ready-made garments were sold, this time 102 ready-made garments were sold, okay? So there is of course this is the largest contributor, but a slight increase is there. But imagine previously in handicraft sector, just 10 the 10 textile were sold, but this time 50 were sold, right? So you're looking at that the growth is more, but but still it is lesser than ready-made garment, right? So please don't get confused that the growing rate of ready-made garment is very less, that is 2.9%. Then how can it be the largest contributor when the highest growth is observed of handicrafts, that is 6.1%? Please look at this example. Okay, here this 100 and 102 number is for ready-made garments and 10 and 50 is for your handicrafts. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे the highest growth that is observed is of handicraft sector, but still which textile sector remains the largest contributor? That is your ready-made garments for the textile export from India. ठीक है, तो ready-made garments का highest largest contribution है the most exported textile. But when we talk about the growth, then handicraft sector has seen a significant growth of 6.1%. ठीक है, there were additional information also, जैसे major growth markets हमारे कौन से सबसे ज़्यादा कहाँ पे होता है? UAE में हमारा export होता है. ठीक है, then the maximum is in UAE, and I'm sorry that the maximum is in Egypt, right? As you can see, ग्रोथ मार्केट में सबसे ज्यादा आपका ये सूडान है, इजिप्ट है, ये दिस वाज रिटन इन योर पीआईबी इन दिस सीक्वेंस ओनली. ठीक है, ये जो सीक्वेंस है ये आपका पीआईबी में ये मेंशन था. ठीक है, मेजर ग्रोथ मार्केट इंक्लूड्स हमारे ये सारे हैं, जिसमें सूडान हम मेजरली मार्केट की तरह देख रहे हैं, हम सेनेगल को मार्केट की तरह देख रहे हैं, एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट नाइजीरिया, इजिप्ट, जापान, स्पेन, जर्मनी, यूके, यूएई सबको हम देख रहे हैं. ठीक है, नाउ द नेक्स्ट न्यूज दैट वी हैव, इंडिया टारगेट्स कोकोआ सेल्फ सफिशिएंसी बाय 2040. ठीक है, तो basically a knowledge paper on this sector has outlined a map, and this will be done in 4 phases. Abhi currently if we talk about, India can currently meet less than 20% of its cocoa demand, and we are heavily dependent on imports. That is why a national mission on cocoa needs to be launched, and this will be done in 4 phases starting off with 2024 till 2040. ठीक है, and it will include everything. First of all, देखो, for flourishing any sector, the first thing that needs to be done is having the research and development, right? So in the initial phases that will be done. So in the initial phase, that will be the first phase from 26 to 28. First of all, what will be done? Center of excellence will be established. See, even to have research, there has to be a certain space where research will be done, right? So in initial phase for the next 2 years, these center of excellence will be established where further the researches can be done. ठीक है, तो center of excellence establish किए जाएंगे. Along with that, polyclonal seed gardens will be established. Poly means multiple, many, right? Clonal means clone, exact, same, right? So basically what will be done, such gardens will be established where the superior quality seeds will be multiplied so that we can have good quality seeds in more quantity. ठीक है, so in first phase what we are doing 2 things. First of all, we are establishing centers of excellence where actually research and development can take place, and then what we are doing, polyclonal seed gardens will be established, means creating multiplying the superior quality of cocoa seeds. ठीक है, next we have the second phase which will run from 2028 till 30. Now it will talk about training the farmers, ठीक है, about the how to grow these seeds. देखो, in first phase what we have done, we have multiplied the seeds. Now we will train farmers how to grow them. ठीक है, along with creating digital traceability system to have a proper tracing system that everything is followed properly or not. ठीक है, third phase में what will be done, third phase में then the aim will be, see, initially what is done, center of excellence is done, and then of course there then research will keep on continuing. Please keep in mind, in second phase, third phase, fourth phase, you might not see R&D written over there, but it is understandable that if in initial phase we are establishing center of excellence, then eventually research and development will take place there only. ठीक है, तो first phase में center of excellence will be established and polyclonal seed gardens will be established. Second phase में now training of 1 lakh farmers will be done, and these superior quality seedlings will be supplied. If you don't know the difference between a seed and seedling, so seeds, you know, ठीक है, seedling is your 2-3 leaf stage. ठीक है, that is known as a seedling. ठीक है, in a plant. Then third phase में क्या होगा, which will be from 2030 to 35. Now aim will be now to expand cultivation. ठीक है, initially the aim was to have cultivation. Now in third phase that will be to expand to 1 lakh hectares and meet around 50% of domestic cocoa demand, which is currently less than 20%. ठीक है, and what will happen in final phase from 2035 to 40, complete self-sufficiency will be achieved, and we are expecting or we expect then we will become the part of export as well, right? Means we will have dominance at international level as well. There were some other other information that were added in this news. जैसे currently we are dependent, you know, how much import we are doing, means we are buying $866 million of cocoa annually. So we are in large trade deficit. We have to improve that. ठीक है, domestic cocoa demand is expected to grow at the growth rate of 5.5%. ठीक है, by around reaching then this demand will reach, it is expected to reach 4.67 lakh ton by 2040. ठीक है, and this roadmap it also talks about policy reforms, financial support, value chain addition, ये सब चीजें चाहिए होंगी. Aim is to become self reliant, that is आत्मनिर्भर भारत. ठीक है, now the fourth news is about seafood export, and let me tell you, I think we have almost every month we have covered this news, right? And we are covering it again because it is always in news, right? So at least the basics of this you should know. So government is doing, as we said, that we have to become self-reliant. So for that, the in the fishery sector, government is doing a lot. And as per the recent MPEDA data, MPEDA is that organization which takes care of the marine export. Okay, so we have whatever export we were doing till now in 25-26, we have achieved all-time high. Means till whatever export we have done till now, this year 25-26 was the year where we have done the maximum export till like the independence, you can say. ठीक है, इसमें सबसे ज़्यादा dominant कौन सा है, means at first number what we are selling, what we are exporting, that is frozen shrimp. Second में हमारी frozen fish आती है. First number में frozen shrimp है, and it has been in number one spot for quite a long time now. So this is a dominant export item. ठीक है, shrimp export grew by 4.6% in volume and 6.35% in value. Value means monetary wise, money wise. ठीक है, money wise the value has increased to 6.575%. Largest importer कौन है, means whom we are selling this the most, we are selling it to US. ठीक है, China has emerged as the second largest market, so we are exporting it the maximum to USA and then after that to China. ठीक है, export to the European Union increased, it has also increased significantly. ठीक है, other products is a frozen fish. Second number में we are exporting frozen fish. इसके अलावा squid, cuttlefish, dried items and all other things, the byproducts of fish, we are also exporting it. ठीक है, टॉप एक्सपोर्ट पोर्ट्स कौन से, सबसे ज्यादा एक्सपोर्ट हम कहाँ से कर रहे हैं, वाइजैक पोर्ट से सबसे ज्यादा हम कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, सो दोज वर ऑल द न्यूज. नाउ लेट्स लुक एट सम ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है, रिसेंटली विच कंपनी बिकेम द फर्स्ट इन इंडिया टू रिसीव FSA 3.0 certification for wheat and paddy? So here are the option, and see the correct answer is option number A, ITC. ठीक है, FSA 3.0 certification is developed by which organization, right? So this is a platform, SAI platform है. ठीक है, and it is taken up by means it is taken care of by a lot of industries that exist. ठीक है, तो collaboration में ये है. ठीक है, recently India's textile export grew by what percentage in 2025-2026? ठीक है, so see, yes, the correct answer over here is option number B, 2.1%. ठीक है, India aims to achieve cocoa self-sufficiency by which of the following year? So that we have aimed to achieve by 2040, and that will be done in 4 phases, right? Which product contributed highest share in seafood export? Now this question has been in news for quite a long time now, and that is why, you know, we are covering it time and again. So see, correct answer over here is your shrimp in first number. Second number we have frozen fish. ठीक है, now this is a homework question for you all, that which segment contributed the most to the India's textile export? एक है contributed to the most और एक था highest growth कहाँ पे observe हुआ है. In the question it has been asked that contributed to the most. So that is all in this particular video. For more such video, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of this and every lecture that we provide here on YouTube. That is all in this video. Thank you everybody for watching. I wish you all the